What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grand. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This is the channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. Well, today's nerd news is gonna be having. I know I'm giving it to you a little late. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you this video so late in the week, but I was doing a lot of things, working a lot, so I wasn't able to. But today's show is gonna be doing a lot of different things. It's gonna be having some news about, the box office weekend, of course, Black Panther news, some Star Wars news, and, a little bit of Stranger Things news. So I'm going to start off with the first thing, and I know it's late, but like I said, sorry, but it's the weekend box office. Now, coming in first place, I give the top 5, so coming in first place, you've got Ready Player One coming in at $41.2 million for the weekend. And I'm just letting you guys know, it's a really good movie. I saw the movie twice already. If you want to check out my little review, gonna be in that corner right there. But yeah, so that movie made $41.2 million. If you count the Wednesday, because apparently it came out in some theaters on Wednesday, so with the Wednesday included, comes to about $53 million. And overseas, they did $120 million. So altogether, you're looking at a decent amount. It's pretty much already broke sort of even as far as what they spent. But from what I'm hearing is, in order for it to make profit, it needs to make $400 million. Reason being, I've mentioned this before, but all the money that goes into making this movie, you've got to make about more than double, like 2.5 times more than what you've spent on a movie in order to make it back. Why? Because right off the bat, 1/3 of that money goes straight towards the box office. It goes towards those theaters, the theaters that get those people in, because theaters don't make that much money off the movies like that. They make it off the concession stands, but that's the money that they still get for showing the movie. So 1/3 of that money goes towards the theaters. Next, about the other third, pretty much, or I guess the 1/4, whatever, goes towards the marketing. It has to get back that money. So therefore, this movie has to make about almost 2.5 times more than it spent in order to break, in order to make a profit. So that Ready Player One, I wish it did a lot better. I wish it did more, probably right off the bat, a solid 50 without the Wednesday included, because it needs to make that money, because this was a great movie. Steven Spielberg just knocked it out of the park with this, and I want to see this do good. I want to see it be successful. But that's me just going on a little bit of rant. Sorry. Let me get back to the top 5. Coming in second place, you got Acrimony, starring Taraji P. Henson, and she's playing a disgruntled, I guess, ex-wife or something like that. It's a Tyler Perry movie, so of course that black people came through to see that movie, and it made an impressive $17.1 million, because you know what, movies like this don't normally, they shoot about $10 million, but hey, Tyler Perry knows what he's doing, because he ain't just banking on that the Medea movies no more. He's doing a lot of different movies, a lot of different drama movies, and he's making money. He's diversifying, and that's doing good for him. So good on him. Make that money, dog. That's my saying. Coming in third place, you've got Black Panther, coming in with $11.3 million. I know it don't seem like a lot, but mind you, this movie has been out for about, I don't know, 6 weeks or something. It's been out since February. Let's just say that. It's been out since February, and it's already broken so many records, which I called it. I called it from the get-go. It was going to be making mad records. In fact, I'm going to try and see if I can find that video and just link it right over there for you to see when I called it. It was going to be breaking records. But, yeah, so it made $11.3 million, which, as of right now, the Black Panther has made $1.28 billion. It's made $652 million domestically, making it basically bumping it to the 10th spot is the top 10 grossing domestic movies of all time, knocking out that Frozen, getting it out of there. Disney out, but then again they would work together. But regardless, so right now Black Panther's in 10th spot, and it's kicking out Frozen. It's behind The Last Jedi, so it's got a little bit more. If it keeps going, if it stays about 10 million each week, it's gonna knock out Last Jedi, and it's fourth. Actually, it's in 4th place domestically. It's the top 10 of all time as far as grossing movies of all time. So it's in the top 5 now of all time, but it's number 4th as far as domestic. So, sorry. But yeah, so like I said, Black Panther was gonna be killing it. Fourth place, you got I Can Only Imagine, a very religious movie, coming in at $10.8 million, which is very impressive. And this movie only spent $7 million to make, and it's already made about like 58 million dollars back. So it's definitely not going to profit out there. And then in the fifth place, we've got Pacific Rim Job. And this movie has made $9.2 million, which is very sorry. It dropped 67%, which is really bad. Most movies, you're hoping they drop about 40% or something like that in the second week, but this thing dropped 67%. I've seen the movie. If you want to hear what I thought about it, check out my my little review for it. But the movie, I went in with very low expectations, so when I went into it, I didn't hate it. It wasn't as good as the first one by no means, but I did not hate it. In fact, I somewhat enjoyed. I enjoyed the fight scenes because from the trailers and commercials, I thought the fights were going to be super fast with just robots. Because like with the Transformers, the first movie, then the second movie, like the first movie had heft to every movement, every action. All those Autobots, all those machines, they felt like they were very big. But then when in the second one, they're like ninjas flipping around super fast. There was no weight to the movements. And I thought that that's what's going to happen with Pacific Rim Job too. But when I saw it, it didn't. It still felt hefty. The fights were good. Like the choreography of the actual fights with the robots were pretty damn good. I give them that. It was pretty damn good. So I'm not going to say it was great, but I didn't hate the movie. So that's what it was. So that's the top 5 for the weekend. Sorry it's so late, but like I said, thank you. Just forgive me. Going into the first story, we've got New Mutants. The reshoots are to bring back the horror, and Jeff Snyder dropped the detail on basically what's been going on with the reshoots. And basically what it is when New Mutants was officially first announced, their idea was horror. So they got him to direct this movie. But in the midst of it, there was even a trailer. The trailer looked very scary or horrifying. So they were going to do it. But then they test screened it to some people, and there was a little bit, some people didn't like it, some people did. So then they was like, you know what, let's make this like what's it called? One of those teen movies, a young adult movies. So and then he had to change the script to make it into a young adult movie. But then when when it came out, and that was rated R with these kids, and it was very hard and very scary, then that's when they were like, yo, maybe we should make it a little bit more like that. And he was like, that's what I did before. But, so he had to redo it now. So that's why the movie actually was supposed to be coming out in about a week. A week from now is when the New Mutants was supposed to come out. Then it got pushed back. It got pushed back to February of next year. And then it got pushed back again to August, I think August 12th or something. So that's a whole 16 months being pushed back. So it's not good. It's not a good look on them. It shows that they don't know what they're doing. They're not confident in what they're doing. But I gotta give it to Fox. I gotta have faith. Why? Because they still are the ones that made Logan and the ones that made Deadpool. And if they can make 2 gems out of that, hopefully they can make a 3rd gem. And I wish this was coming out. The best time that they should put it out is in near October. If you're going for horror, get it out around that time. That'll make even more people go to see it. Make that money back, man. That's what your goal is. That's your best bet, to try and make that money back. Put it out during the Halloween season so you can, at least people want to go to something scary. Even if it's not good, they're going to go to it. Why? Because it's a scary movie kind of thing. So, I don't know, Fox. I want to still have faith in this whole New Mutants movie, but I'm not sure. I don't know what it's supposed to be anymore. Is it going to be scary? Is it not? You're saying it's going to be scary now, so I don't know how scary. Are you going for it? It was a formula. It's what they call a lightning in a bottle. It's not always going to work that way. You can't try and imitate something that no one saw coming. You can only the only other things that kind of work towards that same kind of vibe is Stranger Things, which I liked it, but it's not it. But it has that kind of reminiscent. But it came after Stranger Things. So, which one came first? The egg or the chicken? Get what I'm saying? But actually, Stranger Things is based on a story because the Duffer Brothers actually brought the idea to when they wanted to do it. And then their idea for it got turned down. So therefore, they went to Netflix and they still had kind of a concept and they made this. But I'm hearing that they might have stole that idea too from someone. So who knows? We'll see how that turns out. Next, we've got Solo is tracking. Solo, a Star Wars story. Han Solo's, story is basically tracking to make $150 million. $150 million, I think that's a little high. It's just shy of what Rogue One made, but you got to remember it's coming 1 week after Deadpool. So Han Solo could make it. I'm thinking if it's good, probably break that 100. I'm thinking 120 million. Maybe 130 if it's really good. But 150, I think they're shooting way too high. First of all, because Last Jedi, people weren't that happy with Last Jedi. I didn't mind it. I liked it sort of, but it's very divisive amongst, Star Wars fans. But I'm telling you that 150 is pretty too damn high for me. I'm gonna put it at about a 120 to 130. 120, 130 is what I think that movie's gonna make. So we'll see if I'm right or if they're right. Next, we've got John Boyega. He met with Marvel, and people are speculating, what's he gonna be? Is he gonna be in a new the Avengers? Is he gonna be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? He said, he don't know what it's gonna be. It's way down the road. Nothing's official. He just met with someone. You know what I'm saying? And some people are speculating that it might have something to do with maybe the Fox deal, might be an X-Men or something like that. And if that's happened, cool. Which would make sense why he's saying it's not going to happen anytime soon, because they don't have Fox. So therefore, they don't know. Maybe someone just mentioned it. Would you be interested if they were there? He was like, yeah, sure. Hell yeah. John Boyega, he's a great actor, because you know what? He was one of the best things of Pacific Rim job too, because his charisma. He's got that charisma, and you felt him, and you understand. Even though he was playing that, the cliche, the son of someone important that doesn't want to follow in the father's footsteps, but it ends up being, it's kind of role model. Like, that's what it was. I already saw it coming, but he was still good in it. I still liked him. He still had that charm, and he was funny, and I like him in the Star Wars movies, so I could definitely see him doing another franchise or something like that on his own, or even just like with a group of people, because I love, like, when I first got introduced to him was with what was it, Attack the Block. If y'all ain't seen that movie, y'all need to see that movie, because it is hot. Aliens invade what was that, England or something like that, and these ruffians, these kids, they instead of doing the bad stuff that they do, come together and take out these aliens. And aliens look kind of spooky as hell. They look kind of scary. I ain't gonna front. They look kind of scary. All black with these teeth that showing like sort of like glow. Like you don't want to get caught by them. But check that out. So next we've got but he said people are wondering if he's gonna be playing Blade. And he's saying that he's not going to be playing Blade, and he wouldn't dare disrespect Wesley. The only person that can play Blade is Wesley Snipes, and you ain't gonna disrespect Wesley Snipes by even thinking about doing Blade. So we don't know what he's gonna do, but hey, that's John Boyega. Next, we've got all the CW superhero shows have been renewed for the next season. You've got You've got Arrow on its 7th season. You've got Flash going on its 5th season. You got Legends of Tomorrow going on its 4th season. You got Supergirl going on its 4th season, and then you've got Black Lightning going on its 2nd season, and also you've got Supernatural going on its 14th season. Damn. I didn't realize it was that. That was one of my favorite shows. I fell off, and I don't like to watch shows out of order, so I'm back by like 3 years, whatever. But I did watch the Scooby-Doo Supernatural episode, Scooby Natural, which, check that up over there. And y'all need to see that, because it was funny. And if you've never seen an episode of Supernatural, you can still just watch that episode. It was really great. But yeah, so those are all the things. Oh, and Stephen Amell, speaking of Arrow, he actually said that way back when, before he even got cast for Arrow, he tested for Booster Gold. They were thinking about doing a Booster Gold series, and he auditioned for it, and it never happened, which, thank goodness, because Stephen Amell is a great Arrow. Definitely don't know what Booster Gold is kind of like a joke, kind of like a comedy satire kind of thing, so I don't know how they would have did it with him. And I'm glad he got the Green Arrow job for playing Arrow in the CW universe. So that's pretty much as far as the whole slate of the CW superhero shows coming out next year, or probably the end of this year, season, whenever the season starts. Next, we've got Woody Harrelson. Is the rumors that he's going to be playing Cletus Cassidy, who, if y'all guys don't know, that's Carnage in the whole Spider-Man Venom universe. And I don't know if you're probably not gonna see him in a Tom Hardy Venom movie, but hey, if Woody Harrelson gets casted as Carnage, he's a great actor. I'm pretty sure he could do an amazing job. He just kills it. Whatever role he's in, he knows how to kill it. He's a very good thespian. So I already know he's going to knock it out the park. Next, we've got Stranger Things. I know I spoke about them before, but Stranger Things, they've actually renegotiated their contract. So all the kids are going to be making now, before they were making like, say, $5,000. I don't even know. Like maybe $10,000, something like that per episode. Now they're making $250,000 per episode. And Millie Bobby Brown, 11, Elle herself, she's negotiated to make $350 million. And good on her. And y'all know why? Because she's branching out. Granted, Wolfheart or whatever, I forget what the kid's name is, but Wolfheart, the kid that was also in Stranger Things and that dude, he should be getting a good amount, but like the main character is Elle, so I definitely understand if she's making more money than the rest of them. So she's a female for once. Hell yeah, she's making more money. So good on her. Just keep it up. Next, we've got the writers that are working on the Flashpoint script. They say that it used to be called, and people are like, used to be, so people don't know, but if Flashpoint is not going to be called Flashpoint no more, which if they change the name, who cares? Why? Because it's so far down, we don't even know when that's happening. So if it happens or not, I don't care. I don't have that much faith in the DC slate anyway. So you could change it to not Flashpoint, you could make it to Flash, who gives a F? You know what I'm saying? So if whatever it is, so be it. Like, I'll believe when I see it. So that's pretty much all that I have for the nerd news. I crammed as much as I could from the past Monday through Wednesday. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below, like, share, tell all your friends, tell me, talk to me. If you I like to talk back to you. Anybody that comments down below, I comment right back as far as, anything you talk to me. So remember to just subscribe, check out my daily nerd news, and check out the playlist of the daily nerd news. Remember, I'm Russ Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next Daily News.